So for today's video, we'll talk about Part 2, Unit 3, Middle Childhood, the Primary Schooler. So first topic is physical and cognitive development of primary schoolers. So first is aspect of physical development. This includes the body growth and the nutrition and sleep. Body growth. The kid grows 2 to 3 inches and double their weight between age 6 and 11. The average weight of a 10-year-old boy is 85 lbs, and for the 10-year-old girl is 88 lbs. Between 6 and 12 years, all 20 primary teeth are replaced with permanent teeth. Second, nutrition and sleep. School children need an average of 2,400 calories every day. Nutritionists also recommended that they need to eat more fruits, grains, and vegetables. Average of 5 years old sleeps 11 hours a day. 9 years old needs 10 hours a day, and 13 years old sleep about 9 hours a day. Next is motor development and play. Usually running, jumping, hopping, and ball skills are more refined in this stage. Fine motor skills improve, rating it starts off larger and gradually decreases in size. Drawing shows grains in organization. Detail add representation of depth. Games with rules are more common. Children have a better concept of fairness and justice. PE classes are very important because it builds their self-esteem and they learn physical activities. Next is health, fitness, and safety. Obesity. By 2015, about 50% of children in North and South America will be overweight. About 17% of school children have BMI above 95% year 2003 to 2006. About 33.3% were above 85%. Obesity has increased in all ethnic groups, less so in Black and Hispanic children. So, these are the causes of obesity. Genetics. Science shows that genetics plays a role in obesity. Genes can directly cause obesity in specific disorders such as Bardet-Biedl syndrome and Prader-Willi syndrome. However, genes do not always predict future health. Genes and behavior may both be needed for a person to be overweight. Next is low-cost, high-fat foods and family stress. Obesity is generally caused by eating too much and moving too little. If you consume high amounts of energy, particularly fat and sugars, but do not burn off the energy through exercise and physical activity, much of the surplus energy will be stored by the body as fat. Personal, parental, and family stress can increase a child's risk of obesity. Some children overeat to cope with problems or to deal with emotions, such as stress or to fight boredom. Their parents might have similar tendencies. Next is lack of physical activity. For relaxation, many people tend to watch TV, browse the internet, or play computer games, and rarely take regular exercise. If you are not active enough, you do not use the energy provided by the food you eat, and the extra energy you consume is stored by the body as a fat. Next is accidental injuries. As an early childhood, accidental injuries is the #1 cause of death among school age in US. About 23,000 children in the US suffer brain injuries from bicycle accidents. Experts recommend that parents should not buy trampolines for their kids to prevent accidental injuries. Next is pediatrician approach. Around age 7, children enter the stage of concrete operations, and they can use mental operations. Most 6 to 7 years old can find their way going to school and going back at home, and the ability to see the relationship between food and its parts. Next is psychometric approach or assessment of intelligence. This is the IQ controversies. Good predictors of school achievement, functional independence late in life, and present of absence of dementia later in life. It does underestimate the intelligence of ill children or children who do not do well on tests. Is there more than one intelligence? Yes. Gardner's theory of multiple intelligences suggests that there are 7 different forms of intelligence. They are linguistic, musical, spatial, bodily, interpersonal, intrapersonal, and logical mathematical. Conventional intelligence cover three areas. These are linguistic, logical mathematical, and to some extent spatial or known as gifted in art. Other four areas do not cover in IQ tests. These are musical, bodily kinesthetic, intrapersonal, interpersonal, and later discover is the eighth one. This is the naturalist. Next is language. Language abilities continue to grow during middle childhood. They will get better with oral communication and improve their written communication. It is more challenging for children who are not native language speakers. Next is the child in school. Early school experiences critical for success or failure. They become literate. Girls tend to do better than boys. Boys do better than girls on science and math tests that are not closely related to material taught in school. In school, peer acceptance and socioeconomic status are also there. And lastly is educating children with special needs. This includes children with mental retardation, learning disabilities or dyslexia, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder or ADHD, and gifted children. So, children who has disorders needs to be educated with special needs because they are the type of children who needs to be treated well for them to overcome their limits. The next topic will be socio-emotional development. The developmental theories Erik Erikson formulated 8th stage of man psychological development. Each stage is regarded as a psychological crisis, which arises and demands resolution before the next stage could be achieved. Preschool children belong to the 4th stage of Erikson's psychosocial stage. Children have to resolve the issue on industry versus inferiority. Erikson's 4th stage of psychosocial development. Industry versus inferiority is the psychosocial crisis that children will have to resolve in this stage. Industry refers to a child's involvement in situations where long, patient work is demanded to them, while inferiority is the feeling created when a child gets a feeling of a failure when they cannot finish or master their schoolwork. In this stage, children will most likely have begun going to school. School experiences become priority with children so busy doing schoolwork. Next is understanding the self. One self-concept is the knowledge about the self, such as beliefs regarding personality traits, physical characteristics, abilities, values, goals, and rules. Having a self-concept does not mean that a child thinks he is better than others. It means that he likes himself, feels accepted by his family and friends, and believes that he can do well. Primary school children's self-concept is influenced not only by their parents, but also with the growing number of people they begin to interact with, including teachers and classmates. Children have a growing understanding of their place in the world. Next is school years. In the transition from pre-elementary to primary school, children tend to become increasingly self-confident and able to cope with social interactions. The issues of fairness and equality become important to them as they learn to care for people who are not part of their families. Building friendships. Making friends is a crucial but very important of children's social and emotional growth. Children during this stage mostly likely belong to a peer group. Peer groups are characterized by children who belong approximately to the same age group and social economic status. Primary school children prefer to belong to a peer groups of the same gender. Many children use their surroundings to observe and mingle with other children. Some will see this an opportunity to make friends while others remain a bit of lonely. Next is antisocial behavior. When children poke, pull, hit, or kick other children when they are first introduced, it is fairly normal. Children at this age are still forming their own worldviews, and other children may seem like a curiosity that they need to explore. Parents and teachers can help children make friends. Reconsider the following. Expose the children to kid-rich environments. Create a playgroup in your class and let the children mingle with their classmates. When your children hit other children, remind them their behavior hurts others. coordinate with the parents and other teachers so that the children will have great opportunity to interact with other children. Lastly, self-control. Once children reach school age, they begin to take pride in their ability to do things and capacity to exert effort. They like receiving positive feedback from their parents and teachers. This becomes a great opportunity for parents and teachers to encourage positive emotional responses from children by acknowledging their mature, compassionate behaviors. That's all guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you understand and have a good day.